Okay, let's talk about the results from our last egg retrieval because we finally have them. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs were retrieved, which was half as many as last time. Now, when they called the next day to tell us how many mature, they told us we actually only had 5 eggs. So one of them had disintegrated overnight. So now so how many are mature? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 were mature. Now, how many of those fertilized? So out of those 4 that were mature, 2 of them fertilized, okay? Now, when we called to get a day 3 update, because we made sure that we asked to get a day 3 update, they told us that those 2 had made it, and actually another one of these that was mature had eventually fertilized overnight and had made it to day 3. So we lost an egg, gained an embryo. Now we are on day 3, and day 3 grading, all embryos are graded. There's different grading systems for day 3 and different grading systems for day 5. We can talk about that in another video, but for now, we know that we have a 1-5 with 50% frag, a 2-8, a 2-9 with like 15 to 25% frag. So not great embryos, but what we decided to do was we decided to freeze the poorly graded embryo, the 1-5 with 50% frag, because most likely it wasn't going to make it to day 5 of the blastocyst stage anyway, and then we could at least have 1 frozen embryo for the future. So of these 2 day 3 embryos, 1 of them made it to day 5, and it actually, so day 5 embryos have their own, or blastocysts, they have their own grading system, which is different than day 3 embryos. So this embryo was actually graded, it was actually a day 6, and it was a 6-4 BC. So that was what the grading of this day 5 or day 6 embryo was. And so we decided we wanted to get to blast so that we could PGTA test in hopes that we could maybe get 1 chromosomally normal embryo, because that is our biggest challenge, is getting good embryos to even get to the transfer phase. So we tested it, or they biopsied a few of the cells, and unfortunately it was chromosomally abnormal. So it was, so we had 47 chromosomes instead of 46, so it had a +20 was the chromosomally abnormal embryo. And so this round was incredibly unsuccessful. And yeah, we thought maybe we could catch a break, but we can't. We just don't seem to be able to catch a break, like at all, like ever. And so we have some more frozen untested embryos. We do have frozen untested embryos, but we're not feeling very, very confident in their viability based on our track record. And so we are in the stages of trying to figure out what is our next step. What do we do next? So thanks for listening. Please reach out with any questions. You're not alone. Okay.